Super, jdem pokračovat dál. Co to je? Nechci. Co to je? Champions. Nechci. Continue. Vůbec. Tak, jdeme dál. Já jsem... To no. To je dobře, no. Ono se to... Tam se to občas stane, ale naštěstí u dlouhých se mi to ještě nestalo, no. Tak jo, jdeme tedy dál. Jdem prozkoumávat. Samozřejmě to projdeme, tady prošmejdíme. Šmejdění. Společenskou místnost jdeme hledat. Co se tam bude dít?
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Představ se, Imelda.
Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Okay.
That is not helpful.
Nazdar.
Can I help you?
Can't imagine so.
Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor
Kubajs,
Fig's who really
ahoy.
joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Okay.
Revelio.
Si zakouzlíme.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here,
Ní
watch
se,
this.
čau Honzo, čau, jasný,
Don't
hele,
say
já
I didn't
taky nebudu
warn you.
dlouho už nějak ponocovat, ale ještě tomu trošku dám. Měj se, čau.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could.
Lítání rozhodně,
Speaking of which,
lítání berem
I'd like to
tady
get
na
in some time on my
leteckém
broom
streamu.
before classes.
Ať je to na čemkoliv.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Nothing yet. I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting.
Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominis. Ominis Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominis.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house.
Přesně.
Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Thank you, Ominis. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
OK, koukneme se ještě tady. Tak jdem dál.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Hezký.
Here you are.
Hezký. Aha. A ty to všechno narvat do hlavy.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay.
This way.
Hele, tady je nějaká truhlička, beru si, ukáž. Kolení truhla, dobře, taky nebudu asi krást, fajn.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Co to bylo?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Jo, prvníka, když šla AIčkem, ta čeština úplně v pohodě, že? Tyjo. Úplně na pohodu, hele. Zkušenosti, hezky. Příručku otevřeme. Je příručka. Hezky. OK, výzvy, chápu. Chápu. Když se tam teda podívám ještě jednou. Tak co se mi odemčilo, nebo jako 1%, to musím splnit asi celý. Jo, počkej, nový vzhled, bradavice, jo, dobře. OK, to už jsem asi, ne, to je uzamčené, jo, jasně. OK. Počkej, máme nějaký ty? Máme nějaký, ne, věci. Máme, dobrý. Nemám magické vlastnosti, a tak nevadí, máme rukavice, to se hodí. Klobouk, máme něco? Máme jenom takovýhle, jakože, tu bekovku. Bekovku ji možná dáme, ale to bude jakože pohoda. Proč ne? To jí nedáme, toto je zbytečné. Dobrý, no. Zrzavou chcanku, jo, přesně tak. Přesně tak, rodí, zrzavou chcanku jsem udělal. Mapa, ukaž mapu. Mapa světa. Uvidíme. Máš zapl HDR? Mám, no. Mám, no. A třeba ve Flight Simu jsem to vypl, tam to bylo takový přepálený toho, víš. Přepálený třeba světlo a tak. Se mi to nelíbilo. Vypadá to na streamu špatně, aha. Tak to já to vypnu, jestli to dělá pak jako debilní obraz na tom, aha. Tak to dík za info. Protože jestli to dělá svinstvo, tak to bude potom ono. Jo, to je dobrý vidět, takže HDR prostě kvůli streamu nedávat. OK. Počkej, vypnu. A to je lepší. No jasně, už to chápu. Díky, no tak to je pecka. Jasně. Jo, paráda, no tak to je krása, díky. To by mi ušlo právě, no, ale jak to... Jo, no to je škoda, no a tak to nevadí, to se nedá nic dělat. Třeba možností, třeba OBS a tak budou třeba nějakým způsobem, nebo to nějak pořešej, no, třeba tím novým kodekem, nebo to nevím, no.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Hlavní síň, dobře. Všechny OK. Jo, neobjevený, chápu. Akademické, jasně. OK, cestovat, jo. Jdeme tam.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Co je teďka toto? Tady si vybírám kouzla. Tady si vybírám kouzla, který tam potom jakoby dám, jasně. Dobrý.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Someone's parents had found my cauldron cake and they shared.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okay.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronen. He's a clever and entertaining wizard. And a
Helstrometis taky do toho šel?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education.
Jo, teď je to opravdu super, už to vidím náhle do OBS, no, že to je mnohem lepší. Mnohem lepší to je.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there.
Taky no, teďka tam sleva je výborná. Šel jsi do té sběratelky?
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day. And you have much to learn.
Jo, dal si na stream, dobře. Jo, hele, ta sběratelka je za super prachy, 21 Eček je prostě, to je super.
Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins?
Jo, je to super teďka, no. To jste mi pomohli, to je paráda.
Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
OK, tak nás čeká výuka, jo. Co ještě s profesorem promluvit?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
No, moc jsem to neřekl, ne, pohoda, jen jsem se tak jako zmínil, no, sorry, jsem ukecaná zrska, no.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
OK. Otevřeme mapu. A co? Symbol představuje hlavní úkol, jasně. OK, dobře, dobře. To je dobré, no. To je pěkný. Jdeme obranou proti černé magii, nepotřebujeme, jdeme si... Levioso je super určitě, no. Dáme tohle. Pojďme na to, jestli uděláme oba, to je jedno.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Přesně, zajímá mě toho víc, mnohem víc. Úkol splněn, pecka, kouzla kompas. Jo, mi takhle povede. Pohoda. To se hodí. To myslím, že si... Počkej, tam je nějaká ta truhla. Mě zajímá prozkoumávačka ještě tady trošku. 17:21. Jasně.
Revelio.
Pecka. Ale s tímhle já moc jako nemůžu asi dělat. Ukáž? Nevím. To je píčovina. OK, to je píčovina trošku. Teď vyberu nějaký znak, že jo, to je jasný. Ale... Asi. A když to vemu random. Hovno se stane. Pokus omyl. Předpokládám, že to bude. No, to asi... Hele, počkej, co je tady? Jasně. A ještě nám chybí druhá strana toho. To je jenom jedna věc. Nám prostě chybí ještě nějaká část. Nebo ne? Počkej. Jaký to má smysl? Jasně. A co?
Revelio.
Necháme si odhalit nějaké věci, ne?
No. Was it 2 pinches of Angelica or 3?
Tvarů, fajn. A zajímají, co tady, já to rád prozkoumávám. Všechny ty výmoženosti. A hele, co je tady? No, tady a to dole bude znamenat jasnou věc. Ale na tohle já nemám úplně nervy. Na tohle já nemám úplně nervy. Že je tomu tak.
Revelio.
No jak to je? Já to prostě otevřít jakože chci? Jako je to asi brzo. Ale nevadí, ale na to se asi vyprdneme. Na to se asi vyprdneme a jdeme dál. Teď to nechám být. Ale to přijde. Jo, počkej. Jo, počkej, jasně. Ty vole, teď já tady přemýšlím nad pičovinama, to mám vyloženě vybrat. No, tak sorry, to mám jasně tady jenom ty znaky, já myslím, že to mám jako nějak to pošmelit. Takže jako v pohodě, hele. Já myslím, že to mám jako nějak logicky doplnit, tak tam doplním znaky. Já myslím, že je mám jako nějak ty vole... Chápeš jako. Počkej, tak co je? Tak teď mám trošku, no tak potom druhá varianta. To je kravina. To je pak, počkej, to je pak kravina. No. Asi si to necháme na později trošku, co? Necháme to na později. Teďka se s tím nebudu hrabat. Chci jít ven? Jo, tady dobrý. Paráda. Jdeme.
handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio.
Zámek. To je jako milion věcí, co se dá prozkoumávat. To mě fakt baví. Se mi líbí, jak to prostě... Jak to prostě dokáže. Kolik toho tady je, no. Bude asi dost objevovat, jako. Bude hodně co objevovat. Dlouhý na to ne.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Jdeme si to naučit, upla.
Levioso.
Hezky. Talent.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Aha, jo, takhle si budu hrát.
Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Paráda. Paráda.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should
Protego.
be easy.
Stupefy.
This can't be the first duel.
What's the thing? I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso!
Stupefy. Levioso.
Those things.
If only all my students would accept.
That's
Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend
Not bad
yourself.
for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio. If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well...
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Sorry, nebere si to
Nice
tam.
work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Ah.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
To mě zajímá. To zní zajímavě.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Lucan Brattleby near the Clock Tower entrance. If you're interested.
No, to mě zajímá, každopádně.
Till next time.
To mě samozřejmě zajímá. Končili jsme. Káčky. Dobré, pojďme ty úkoly, aha. Výzvy. Dokončeno, to chcem, legendární rukavice, to zní dobře. To zní dobře, to si berem. Hej, měl být nějaký legendární, kde je mám? Kde mám legendární rukavice? Nevím. Počkej, co tam ještě je? Sbírky. Tady asi. Tak proč je nemůžu nasadit? O, když nic nedělají, tak na ně kašlem.
Revelio.
Co to bylo? Co se stalo? What?
Revelio.
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily
Další
want him to get back
další
to the
výuka,
lesson.
jdem na to.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronen yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Dobrý, jdeme se to naučit. Kurva, jsem to pokazil. Ej, no tak ještě jednou. No tak co je? Oh, hurá.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Je to super. Hele, je to paráda. Zatím jako to hodnotím velice, velice pozitivně, no.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
O co jde?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think happens to the best of us. Very good. That's it.
Stůj.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Sakra.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
Ne! Do psí prdele. Stůj! Ne, stůj! Ne!
Don't lose.
Here we go.
Do prdele. Jsem v hajzlu. Teď jsem v hajzlu.
That is how it's done.
Jako paráda.
Splendid.
Let us see this.
Pojď, poser to úplně. Když to neposede úplně. Ne, no, tak to je v rýti. Já to můžu zhodit, jo? Aha. Aha.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
To byla velká pasta bych jako je.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go.
Já to zhodím. Ne, já jsem mi to pomohl. Tak jsem debil. Tak jsem debil. Příště to dám víc. Najebu to tam naplno. Možná mi pomůže trošku, ne? Hej, ale ta je dobrá jak svině. Ha ha.
That's impressive. Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Ne, já jí pomůžu teďka, to s tím nechci pomoct. Mně stačí teďka zaskórovat, jo.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Stůj, to prosím, stůj.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Dobré. Hezký.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination.
Neumím. To je co? To je první, co bych se naučil. Co to umí?
And were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Paráda.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes,
zabít, to je základní kouzlo.
But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Zabít. Ale to je v pohodě, to není spoiler, to je v klidu.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Ne, hele, co se týče kouzel, klidně můžeš, to je v pohodě, jo. To zase jako budu rád jako za takovou technickou radu, to je v pohodě.
Is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly yes, but I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Dobrý, Borka, pohoda.
You can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, after my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late.
Now, já to ještě můžu změnit, já jsem
ještě
docela asi blízko,
professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Ale všichni jako zmiozel. Tyjo, já možná dám Mrzimor. Mám ještě možnost to jako v podstatě, no nemám. Teď už to nezměním, že jo? Ne, tak ne, dobře. Nechám to takhle.
Revelio.
Dobré. Jo, zase nový úkol. Musela být nová postava, já vím, že by to bylo. Úkoly. Vyučování k té, jasně, chápu. Já se tam raději projdu. Já se chci projít. Ať neminu věci na chodbách a tak.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Jo, pohoda.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronen.
Okay.
Revelio.
To je truhlička. Ale je schovaná. Třeba ne, zas tak dobře. Tady je, otevři se. Krucí prdel. To má nějaký oko. Mě viděla? Mě vidí, tak to je nuda.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio.
Tady je malá truhlíčka. Ukáž, máme nějakou výbavu, něco lepšího. Tady jsou ty, ale nemůžu je nasadit, tak nevím, co ty šály tady. Ale máme nějakou lepší šálu. Má 2 útok, berem, šálu na útok, berem. Musíme se vybavit. Za 2,5 hodky do práce, vůbec se mi nechce. Hej, tak to věřím, v neděli do práce, ty prďo. Tak a ti to pak hlavně rychle uteče a máš klídeček. Hej. Tady asi stravíme hodně času, si myslím. V téhle hře stravíme spousty času, kdo nemá rád prozkoumávání a tohle, tak bude asi trošku nesvůj, ale ty vole. Ta truhla, ta už je, to je asi v prdeli, ta nás vidí, furt nevidí. Na nás nečumí, ale musíme vymyslet jak na ní potom, to je jedno, jdem dál. Tady další truhla, hele, pozor. Jdem to šacovat.
Revelio.
Hele. Jo, tomu figovi, jasně. To mě zajímá.
Revelio.
Má být tady truhla, nemá? Tady možná v jiném patře. Co jsem zase vzal? Co jsem zase zebral? Hele, další výbava. Co jsem to vzal? Co jsem to vzal teďka? Vůbec nevím, co jsem to vzal. Nevím, co jsem to vzal. Jo, a nemáme hotový nějaký tyhle ty věci. Ty úkoly ještě. Ne úkoly, výzvy, ne. Kde mám ty rukavice? Legendární rukavice a nemůžu je nikdo najít. Otevřel jsem si je a nemůžu si je oblíct. Tak kde jsou ty rukavice? Mám mít legendární rukavice a nemám. Tak to je bordel. To je bordel. Řekněme si na rovinu.
Revelio.
Otevřel si tady ty dveře dole. Otevřel si tady ty dveře. Počkej, já jsem teďka už jinde. Aha. Tady už jsem jinde. A to si potom prozkoumáme všechno. Jako než se portovat, si to radši projdu, že jo? Protože objevím plno věcí. Kočka, čau kočka. No a čičina.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand
No, chcem hůlku, že jo? Pořádnou hůl. To je jasný.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
Okay.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Nevím, ty vole. Ale koho vezmem? Koho vezmem? Nevím, ty vole. Koho vybereme? Koho vezmem? Koho mám vzít s sebou? Já nevím, tyjo. Jako, asi Sebastiana vezmu. Asi vezmu Sebastiana. Asi to. Jo, asi jo. Asi ho vezmu.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard. And he knows
hele, zmíň čas, nevím, Miku, to nevím,
well
to nevím.
Of any of Victor Rookwood's
hele,
undesirables on
čas?
Rookwood?
Já nevím.
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy.
Nebo už se změnil, to je otázka. To je taky pravda, to teda v tom případě nevím, no. Úkol splněn, yes. To znamená, otevřen deník úkolů. Máme tam odměny nějaký, ne? Nahlas. Dobrý. Za 5 minut zjistíme, no, přesně. Ale počkej, co jsme dostali? Co jsme dostali? Zas není, co jsem dostal, tam to není označený, zvýrazněný nějak. Takže vím hovno zas. Zas vím hovno. To je jedno. Budeme muset počkat, no. Já to taky jsem zvědavý, hele.
Revelio.
Toho reparo si dáme, to se bude hodit, to je velice užitečný kouzlo. Jak jsme už viděli. Čau, Číčo.
In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish.
Ah, there you are.
Čau.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Dobře, 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 dobře.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Pecka. Domácí úkol. Poletuj si stránky ve výživu. OK, jdeme na to. Jdeme na to.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Ale no tak. Mám. Pecka, zkušenost jak svině. A dál? Tak to je easy peasy.
Revelio.
Objevíme nějaké věci, tady jsme byli, že?
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
Pohoda.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backed down.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, Your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Ty vole, to je tak citlivé, že to je úplně v piči. Fuj, tak to bylo vkus. Reportu. Dobrý. Se bude hodit.
Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Státní průvodce, jasně, dobré, jdeme něco opravit, ty vole, nebo mě z toho hrávne. 20 životů mi přidávají, dobré, beru. A co tady ta bedna, děkuju, pěkně, dej mi. Aha, tam je bedna jako hovado, pozor. Tady je bedna jako hovado. Hele, tak jsou 3 hodiny, přátelé. Tak jsou 3 hodiny. Tak to bylo, počkej, takže jsou jakoby 4? A, takže jsou jakoby... Ty vole. To ti jebe. Dostal ses tady, Hellstorme? Já nevím, jak tady... Co mám tady, kurva, dát? Jako co se po mně tady chce? Co se tady po mně vyžaduje? Dej mi to. Pojď sem. Ne, levý odsou, vole. Příručky beru, ale to je sice super, ale úplně k hovnu. Já potřebuju se dostat sem. Ale i tak jsem to otevřel. Počkej, jak jsi to otevřel, když jsem to nepřišel? Co je za píčovinu? Jak? No, otazník, jako tady mám otazník. Ale... No, ale jaký znak tam dáme? Otazník a nahoře jsou 2 otazníky, jo? Musím nějaký znak tady doplnit. Tam je otazník a tady nahoře jsou 2. Chápeš? A to trošku v prdeli, vůbec nevím, který znak tam dát. Jestli víte, s tímhle klidně poraďte, protože tyhle tohle nesnáším. Tyhle věci nesnáším. Tam je toto. To je na hovno. Pokus omyl. A ty máš 2 možnosti, jakože tam... Chápeš, tyjo. Jedna bude tady štěrka. Je štěrka, jo. Jak to víš, že to hlavě je štěrka? A teďka? Počkej, jsou 2. A nahoře, a tady bude... Jo, sorry, já jdu dolů, ať to vidíte, jo. Opla. Ale. Zpátky a drž obraz. OK. Dole na obrázky. Dobře, to jsem přesně myslel. Uhněte, chcánky, mohni, kurva. Čumíte na to, no, takže... Ty vole, ještěrka, vole, počkej. To je pěkně hovno. To je To je na hovno. Co to má vyjadřovat jako? 11:21, nahoře tam ty vole nějaká koza, nebo co to je. A nevíme dál. Bude to ten dole vlevo? To myslíš taková jako, že ty vole, co to je zač? Tlustá kočka. Toto, proč si to myslíš? A nahoře to bude co? Jo, nahoře bude tlustá kočka, jo. Ne, tak nahoře je něco jiného. Tady nahoře jsou jiný zase možnosti. Dole není kočka. Takže by ještěrka nahoře. Jo, ty znaky jsou jiný, tam znaky nejsou, ta sada těch znaků je jinde. Asi. Proč kurva to? Jak jsi došel k tomu? Jak jsi došel tam k tomu? Já ale vůbec nevím, ty vole. To asi nedochází. To nemyslí. Logiku to musí mít, nevím jakou, no. Počkej, nahoře je ještěrku, tak já jdu ještě nahoru se podívat, jestli tam je ještěrka, vole, nebo mě z toho mrdne, vole. Otazníky, kůň, nebo jednorožec nějaký. A vole, krab. Nějaký, co to je, nevím, vole, bordel. A ještěrka tu není. Že jako debilní.
Revelio.
A cože? Polovít, jednorožec, management. Aha, počkej. Aha, co z toho plyne? Třihlavý drak a meduza. To je něco jiného. To mě trošku sere. Pavouka mám, jasně, a nahoru stříbrnýho hra. Hele, AIčko mi to normálně taky našlo. Hustý. Jenom fotka, hodil jsem do AIčka a bylo. Jo. Třihlavýho hada, OK. Počkáš mi hada, debile. Hezky, jste borci, jste nejlepší. Tak pojďme. Namastíme si kapsy. Pruhovaná šála. Socha, vole. Boží, ty vole. Ale šálu si vezmem. Jo, zlatý internet. Dobrý, že to AIčko to jako taky, no, hodilo jako nějak rozumně. Jenom jsem to hodila, vyřeš to. Ale šálu máme. To rukavice furt nic, to šálu máme nějakou lepší. Ale tak šálu, co mám, je lepší tady. Tahle to je fajn. Ale nelze vylepšit. Tady to potom vylepším. Ta modrá je lepší, ale zatím dám tady tuhle. To je stejně jedno, jo, ve finále. Tak a pohoda. Co tady ještě máme? Bůh žádnej umělé inteligenci. Když nám naše... Aha, tak jsem právě našel klíč, jak luštit ve hře. Jako myslíš tím AIčkem? To ne, na povědu, jak se dostaneš víc. No a to máš kde? To je jak, Hellstorme?
What am I missing?
To by bylo jako na dlouho, no. To by jako bylo na dlouho, abych to nevyřešil, tady tohle. Jako možná jo, ale časem. Co je, nějaký nervní, ne, frajeři? Káž, já ho zkusím trošku poškádlit. Ne? Prej ne, dobrý.
Revelio.
Transfiguration requires such precision. I once turned my pet rabbit into a candlestick. Mother was furious when she set
je to na jednom dřevěném ochozu. Tam jsou nápovědy na ochozu.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too.
We
should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Nebych jít spát teda, ne? Tyjo.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
I asked Amita to tutor me in Transfiguration, but he refused.
Revelio.
Takže to zvíře má hodnotu 0 až 9 a součet povodu musí dát to číslo si uprostřed. Aha, díky. První zvíře je 0, aha.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded.
Vole, proč jdem pěšky, proč neletíme na koštěti, ty vole. Já vím, že zakázali lítání, ty vole,
Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Pěkný. Čau, dík za follow, vítám tě.
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest, look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think
Pěkný,
Poppy's
no.
already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely. France Hoop and Sugarfoot.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest.
Revelio.
Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
Proč běhám jak
It is
čurák?
that.
Mám to.
I've been there 5 years and barely
Mám
scratched the
lítat, ne?
surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I always thought an
I've always thought Thestral's pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon. He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi, guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state.
Co je toto? Dej to
Mr.
sem.
Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks
To zní
he's
dobře.
lovely, but I'd say
A dej to sem ještě. Taká těžba trošku. Měsíční kámen, berem.
She is, or rather, she was.
Revelio.
She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Teďka je na Steamu ve slevě, za 21 € máš deluxe edici. Komplet. A já to hraju na PC normálně. Ale s PS5 ovladačem.
Honestly, if one could bottle the
Kvůli
magic of this place,
DualSense vlastně to hraju
I don't
na
know if it's the shops
PS5.
or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get. A wand and some other bits.
Na PC,
yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new one. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Vesnice, jasně plná zemí, zachodu. Jdem prozkoumávat. Ježíš, tady toho je 3 prdele. Hustý, já do první pro hůlku. Já potřebuju urgentně hůlku, že jo. A ta je hned tady nalevo. Potřebuju hlavně hůlku.
Revelio.
Dobrý, čornul jsem nějaký cylindr, pohoda, čorka jak svině. Dobrá čorka, dej ho sem. Okamžitě. Dívej se, taková čorka. Paráda. Už je to moje, takže nazdar. Ty vole, hned jsem tady čornul cylindra, hned jsem si ho oblík. Počkej, jestli tady byl. Já si ho nemůžu dát teďka na sebe, to je jasný. Já si dám na sebe, já už jsem přišel tady v té hučce, jakože dobrý. No, jakože prostě nevím o cylindru. Vole, pohoda, ne? Ťuky ťuk. Hned jsem to zcizil.
I'll be right with... it's you.
Zkušeně jsem to čornul.
Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new 5th-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect one, shall we?
Berem hůlku.
No,
a když ne celou, tak aspoň půlku.
Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try.
Gosh.
Well, go ahead, swish.
Nevím.
How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear.
To není asi ona úplně. To nebude ončo.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring.
To zní dobře.
Let's give this one a try.
Gosh. Ne, tak to taky nebude ono. Okay.
Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes. I think you might be the one. Here. Take it.
Co? Ukáž. To je takovej, vole, obyčejný klacek, vole, nic moc, ne? Ukáž, takový jako, nevím, no. Počkej, to si mám jakože vybrat. Jako. Styl hůlky, no tak pozor, to chcem jako nějak pěkný, ne?
Curious indeed.
Základní šera, to je pěkně hnusný, tyjo. Tak jak hovno tady tohle je spletený, no tak to je úplně tohle.
How intriguing.
To je jak, vole, nechci říkat co. To je divný. To přírodně šedivá nakonec nebyla tak špatná volba. Ale teple hnědá. Možností, co to má dál?
How intriguing.
Pudově růžová, zní docela dobře. A tady je, počkej, základní šedá. Černou, já si dám černou hůlku. To je ono. Počkej, vybereme si napřed tvár, jo. Napřed si vybereme tvár. No.
How intriguing.
Asi tahle, tam má takový dobrý grip, jako. Jo, tam má takový grip, to ti nevyklouzne. To je jako pěkné a vezmeme si ji tady v té...
Curious indeed.
Tady v té teple hnědé. Asi tuhle vezmeme. Ta ukáže ještě dál. Pojď sem. Jo, druh dřeva. Jo, my si ještě vybereme. Počkej. To je úplně hardcore, jak svině.
How intriguing.
No, jedlé dub. Vůbec nevím. Cedr, vole. Cedr si vezmeme. Jasné. Délka. Ty vole.
Curious indeed.
Takovou střední velikost bych to viděl. 12 palců je, myslím, že akorát, jo. Ohebnost, tvárná, dobře tvárná, mrštná, ohebná. Dáme jakože mrštnou. Já vůbec nevím, ty vole, to má píčovina, toto. Křehká, vole, křehkou, jasně, že chci křehkou, to má nezlomná. Ale zase se s ní bude hovno to, počkej. A druhý protiklad bude... Docela ohebná, no tak to je píčovina. Dáme mrštnou. Pěkně mrštnou hůlku. Vůbec nevím. Počkej, bánacočí asi co? Mocnou magii, jasné. Stabilní magii, já chci mocnou. Péro Fénixe. Má vliv na mnoho kouzel. A dáme, ty vole, já nevím, co tam dáme. Ty vole, já vůbec nevím. Buď to péro Fénixe nebo blánu. Z dračího srdce. A vzhledem tomu, že tam byl začátku drak, tak já možná chci vytvářím mocnou magii. Já potřebuji mocnou magii, to je jasné. Píčovina, nebude to mít vliv. Dobrý, hele. Cedr, blána, vole, mrštná, 12 palců, myslím, že je super volba, tyjo. To je horší, jak vybírat teleskop, ty vole. Pojď. Kupuju.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
A teď mi vrať ten klobouk, holčičko.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match? Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Okay, no.
Revelio.
Ještě něco tady čornu, už jsem tady. Já myslím, že je dobrý, že už jsem tady nakradl dost. Paráda. Teď si ohákneme tu čorku tady, co jsme vzali, jo, jsme v pohodě. Vení rukou, počkej, ale furt to stejné, to je shit. Pojď sem, ten Cloberc. Co ta hůlka? Jo, máme tady, počkej, máme tady rukojetí hůlek, no tak to chcem. No paráda, ty vole, to je jízda. Pojďme dál. Tamčeno. OK, já potřebuji nutně spil na háčkování zámku. To je jasný. Co dál teda chceme navštívit? Tady v těch prasnicích, ty kouzelné oblečení. Počkej, jak je můj úkol? Skripta svitky, dobře, pohoda. To bych řekl, že to bude tady, jak jsem byl, tyjo. Bezak ten Cloberc byl určitě můj, to je mi jasný. Teď už je každopádně. Dobrý den. Vydržte, já jsem kouknul, jestli tady máte nějaký mocný věci. Hej, to beru. Moment. Moment. Nespěchejme. Mám čorku na práci. Nic, jo? Jakože, jo, nějaký prachy, dobrý. Doběj.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here. Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest. Creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity. But that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want, when you want. Let's have a look.
Cože koupit? Ty vole, ani hovno. Jo, to je zdarma, tak jasný, v pohodě, není problém.
If you're interested,
ty vole, to je drahý jak prase, borče, máš tady úplně přepálený cenově. Ještě se uvidíme, ale tak tohle bude teda... Tě bude mrzet. Pak ti prodám nějaký věci a uvidíme. Možná tu šálu ti prodám. To je obyčejná chcánková, vole. Tohle taky dělá úplný hovno. Tady ty brýle jsou taky úplně k hovnu. A tuhle, zatím si nechám mít tady rozděl. A to je taky úplně k hovnu, jdu to prodat. Dobrý. Odcházím. Dál co? Jo, 10 dveří už si otevřel, ty blázne. Ty jedeš bomby. Ty jedeš bomby. Počkej, co je tady? Jaký nervní, jdu pryč od něj, nelíbí se. Jo, je to tak, přesně. Užití, přesně.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses. And I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can, so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we?
To se mi nezdá, to mi nevychází.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Revelio.
Ale truhlička, pojď sem, jdeme jí více. Dobrý. Není šála, ukáž. Šálu nějakou máme už. Podíváme se, jestli tahle je lepší. No. Řekl bych, že tahle nová je ještě lepší. A to jako dost. Paráda jak svině. Takže tu starou ti prodám, jo.
Revelio.
Mě pojebali normálně.
Revelio.
Nějaký pořádný loot. Hezky. Dobrá čorka. Don't push. Aha, tyjo, velký červený tlačítko, na kterým je don't push. A já u něj stojím a mám nutkání to prostě zmáčknout.
Revelio.
Já to prostě zmáčknu. Já to nebyl. Pohoda, nestalo si nic. Nic, já to uložím a jdu chrápat, ty vole, nejvyšší čas. A kde se to ukládá? Počkej, ještě dáme tady ty výzvy a máme nějaký výzvy, úkoly dokončený, počkej. Tady máme, hele. Šála pro premianty, ukáž. Domácí úkoly 2, aha, dokončit. OK, dobře. A teďka teda jak tu hru ukončí? Uložit hru. Radši to ukládám ještě i ručně, no. Paráda. Hele, borci, děkuju za sledování, děkuji taky za vaše rady, tipy, paráda. A já se loučím, přátelé, máme kolik? Máme teda, dejme tomu, že asi teda 5 hodin bude. 4:40 teda, jo. Což je docela hardcore. Takže si mějte a dobrou noc, uvidíme se dneska. Uvidíme se dneska později, čau.